Hi, today is a very exciting day because earlier I opened a package. Hello, so today I'm going to be doing the most exciting book mail you will probably ever see me do. Let's just do it. Okay, but now I kind of want to start it like today. It is spring!
Oh, I feel like I did not order that.
Oh my goodness! Oh, she's so beautiful!
The other one had dragons though.
Oh, it's Iron Flame. Now, did we get a misprint?
What's a misprint?
Everyone's getting it misprinted where it prints upside down. No, we didn't. We got a perfect one. It's so beautiful. Yes, so Iron Flame is here today. So honestly, I kind of want to read it like right this second and avoid all of my other responsibilities today. So, you know, Iron Flame's here. We got the sprayed edges, which we didn't think we would be getting, but we are pleasantly surprised. And I say we because my mom ordered this, not me. This vlog is just going to be reading Iron Flame. This is going to be a 100% not spoiler-free or spoiler-safe space. This is going to be 100% spoilers because I will not be able to contain anything. So please, if you have not read this, you really should. So I will not take offense to you not being here. Okay. But I have been waiting and I was sitting down to do work and I cannot focus. This is the only thing I'm thinking about. So I'm just gonna start this journey and we'll see what happens. Okay, this is actually very helpful. So thank you to Rebecca Yaros who included this. I'm so scared. I'm about to flip the page to the very first chapter. I'm scared.
Stumble home at almost dawn, wishing I was the reckless one.
So I just finished the first two chapters, and when I tell you politically, I have no idea what's going on.
To shrug, you said I'm skipping town a couple months. Picked up all your late night calls, took your crumbs, then none at all. Gotta feel disposable. Slide down the door, I second guess. If all this tenderness was even real, I guess that my Achilles heel was hoping you could see me as more than...
Okay, let's do an Iron Flame check-in brought to you by Bubbles. On page 118, I'm literally in the middle of a big Xaden and Violet scene. I had to put it down because I was at school and it was time to get going. I'm glad that we're finally getting some progress in the relationship because it's so frustrating that they are not getting over their issues. If I was Violet, I would not have a problem with him holding secrets. Listen, this man is too fine for that. You know, I got to the part where he's like fighting in these like, to be able to like see her, and you know, he's warning the rooms, and it just, she needs to get over her problems because it's just not working for me. Of course, I did run into this scene the second I entered the public space, which was amazing because I cannot control my facial expressions. So there was a lot of happening. I feel like these people at their college know what's happening with Andarna, because why else would they be like taking an interest in having Andarna show up to the formation and stuff? Also, I already said that there's spoilers, but spoiler, Nadine dies, and I could not care less about a death in the book. I feel like we did not know this girl, and like, sure, like it was kind of bad how she went out, how it was like kind of Violet's fault inadvertently, but also wasn't.
The way I make you feel. Oh my coyote, you belong to nobody, nobody. So why are you howling to nobody, nobody but me? Nobody, nobody.
Okay, I'm on page 164. They're just in battle brief. But I looked at my fingers, which are black on my fingertips from holding this book. So that's cool. I did see some memes about it, but I hadn't experienced it yet, and now I have. It doesn't look too bad on camera, but it was just kind of funny. I understand, but at the same time, I just need Sloan to chill out because I'm already dealing with the irrational arguments between Zayden and Violet. Well, they're not irrational. I just disagree. So I just feel like no one is thinking clearly, and it's just kind of frustrating because I hate the withholding of information that's like not from the main character, you know? Because like we know the information and it's like I just want you to know the information. It's just that's how it be. Hey y'all, tonight at 10 p.m. like on a Friday night, I got my glass of eggnog. We got some Hey Y'all. Oh, it slays so hard. We're reading.
Drunken.
We're doing some drinking and reading. Eli is gonna be drinking some red truck because he likes to think that this is who he is. We're making a very delicious snack courtesy of Mom. Come here, get your creds. Guess who invented this idea?
I don't know.
It was you.
I don't think I invented it.
I think you did. Yeah. But we're making Nutella with some crescent rolls, so we'll see the end of it. We're doing some drunken reading.
Not me.
Iron Flame. No.
I have cranberry juice.
I'll have cranberry
Like a
juice.
thief in the night, and you know the sweetest words to say. Up until you're bored of hunting prey, 'cause what felt like solid gold has slowly turned to rust. Won't be hanging on when you decide to care enough, to care enough. Oh my coyote, you belong to nobody, nobody. So why are you howling, howling to nobody, nobody but me? Oh my coyote, you belong to nobody, nobody. So why are you howling, howling to nobody?
Hi. So on Iron Flame, I'm on page 208. We just had a very interesting history lesson I found entertaining. I usually get the most plot points, like I understand them, in the like battle briefs and like the classes and stuff, because you kind of like figure things out with the character and they make more sense because the teacher's there, so like it'll be explained. Honestly, I'm so frustrated with Zayden and Violet that I am low-key more invested in the plot than the relationship, which is very weird for me. I'm usually just reading the book to get through the plot and get to the relationship, but no, honestly, the plot is giving more, and the plot is also giving nothing. So that, I don't know, that's an indication, but I am still really enjoying it. It's just like, it's so Alright, I'm on page 242. Jack Barlow is alive, and I just don't understand the purpose of this because he was annoying, and I think if we're trying to come up with villains, like, let's be a little more creative. No thank you, and good day, sir. He is definitely not going to be a normal writer. He's working for someone because they wouldn't just bring him back from the dead for funsies. So he's got a purpose, and he's going to literally, his only mission and reason he's alive is definitely going to be something to do with Violet. Whether that's kill her or other. But then I'm confused because why is Jack Barlow special? Like, what is his signet? Because if they wanted to assassinate Violet, they could literally get anyone else instead of like torturing Nolan to like resurrect this man. I'm just not understanding why, for what, for who, for why, for no thank you. Hello. So I was reading a ton last night, as you saw, and I was absolutely cackling at a line. I don't even know why I found it to be so funny. So basically, Professor Grady is like, hey guys, just remember the tactics that we taught you in class for how to endure torture, because for some reason there was a class about doing the rough things, such as surviving a capture and being tortured and not giving out information. So all of the cadets have to share a secret and they just have to be tortured to get that information out, but they have to not share that information, otherwise they just get killed anyways. And this is all second years have to like get kidnapped and get tortured and stuff. And as soon as the professor leaves, I think it's Riddick who says, is now a good time to say I haven't done the reading yet. And when I felt on so many levels, why was that the funniest thing to me ever? It wasn't even that funny, but it just is that funny. Also, the torture scene was not very intense. It wasn't like emotional. It was very confusing how they escaped. Yeah, I don't know, the torture wasn't giving what the torture needed to give. And I'm just gonna be straight up honest, like I know that she's getting tortured for 5 days and she sees Liam. Some people think her signet might be to see dead people. I'm not sure who to give credit for on that theory, but so obviously I'm pretty sure Baruch is going to kidnap her and torture her outside of like academics, like find a way that it's like, oh, we need to redo the torture because like it was invalid the first time. I'm not sure, because I know that she gets tortured a second time, which is good because like that was nothing. They just got punched in the face a few times, but like I need that drama. I need like Xaden to be like, I'm coming, I got you, slay queen. And I'm literally at the page where we meet Xaden's ex-fiance and I'm just not here for it. That's why I had to stop reading last night, because I was like, I cannot deal with the amount of hatred that's about to fill my head. And I'm not against pitting women against each other. I just have the impression that she's not making a good case for herself and she's kind of like the villain. It's not like she's like, oh, innocent, I didn't do anything, I'm not a mean person, I didn't even want to be with Xaden, you know? And I feel like she's trying to antagonize Violet. I don't know. I'm not ready for that journey yet. So I'm just gonna put this here and move on with my life for now. All right, it's 8:15. We're gonna see how much I can read, and I have my support system. So a top reading tip of mine that not a single person asked for was go on YouTube, search fantasy ambiance or like dragon ambiance, literally anything like that, and there will be like hundreds, thousands of like the perfect like background. And like my TV is like right across from my bed, so it's perf. So amazing. Today we have medieval fantasy music. Also, you can search the Vault of Ambiance. And they have a lot on there too. The dogs are getting annoying. Oh, okay, I picked one. Okay, I'm on page 426, and I just got to the line that Rebecca Yarros scared us all with saying her favorite line in the book was, I reach for the buckle of Dane's belt. And reading it in context, she She is a bully. She is mean. That was uncalled for. That was rude. That was not what I was expecting that to mean. Dane isn't even anywhere to be found in this situation that they're in. Also, Riddick better not die. Like, he's just been shot by 2 arrows, and I cannot have Riddick die. Like, no. Riddick's not dead. And the romance has become closed door, which is a little disappointing to hear, honestly. Let us continue. Okay. Kat and Violet are fighting on the mat to get their anger out on each other. And does Kat realize that this conversation about her ex-boyfriend and her current boyfriend is happening in front of like 100 people? Because the thing she is saying is I feel like not something that you want everyone to know, you know? And I just, like, I can't. Okay, also, so she's saying all this stuff to get Violet, like, angry, right? About how she used to be with Zayden. But, like, I feel like she would be equally as bothered if Violet was just also talking about how she's currently with Zayden in detail. Like, that would make her real angry. And I don't know why she's not, like, saying that, because I feel like it would work. Okay, this girl just straight up admitted that she doesn't love Zayden. She just wanted to be like the queen of whatever she thinks Zayden is the king of. And I just have no words, honestly, if we're being so for real right now. I honestly don't care if you kill her violence. This man is unhinged. This is literally, the book has never been better than in this scene right now. Like, the tension is so high. Like, I don't care how many wars there are. Like, this is the only war I care about. Okay, I'm on chapter 48. So the fight has happened, but for some reason Zayden thought it was a good idea to go to like an office space, like the conference room, to go have a conversation about what just happened. Sure, man. Okay, Zayden really gets to be in his era, you know, considering that everything's happening in his mega mansion. I have just reached another famous line. I don't really know if I feel comfortable repeating on the internet. But it starts with my house. So, well, it is no longer a closed door romance, if anyone was wondering. Okay, so back to that quote. Okay, so for some reason, when he said my house, I thought he was literally like referring to Violet. And then when he said my chair, you know, I thought he was also talking about Violet. And I feel so dumb because he meant his literal house, the house that he literally owns, his physical chair that he like sits on, like his regular chair. Like, he was referring to his furniture. And then when he says my woman, that's when he's talking about Violet. But I feel, yeah. But the thing Kat was talking about is exactly what just happened, and that is so dirty of Rebecca Yarros. Like, girl, that was only 10 pages ago. Like, we did not need the callback right then and there. I just got the news that Eli is now officially listening to the audiobook of Fourth Wing. And as I am reading this book, that means a lot. Okay, some tea today. So Violet finally asked, "What is your second signet, Xaden?" And Xaden has the audacity to be saved by the bell. Or I guess Brennan. But like, that is not okay. I need to know. And I'm getting close to Googling it. Because there better be an answer by the end of this book, or I am throwing hands. Okay, so I just found out what Xaden's second signet is, which I'm honestly more upset that Sigale kept it from Taryn than Xaden keeping it from Violet. And honestly, this signet doesn't seem like something to be executed for. Like, it honestly seems like just something that would be classified. I don't know how to feel about it. People have to stop talking about this less than a minute quote because it's not that deep. Violet says her love isn't fickle. Like, they're gonna be fine. People, seriously, stop crying about it, okay? Like, I have finally finished this book. And I just feel like I need to sit with my thoughts for a while before I say anything. Okay, Bo, I'm gonna have to ask you to lower your body. Good boy. Hello. So welcome back to the end of this Iron Flame reading vlog. I'm here with Mom because she finished this book weeks ago, whereas I finished it just a couple of days ago. So I've had some time to sit on it. Mom has had some time to sit on it for sure.
Really too much time.
We're gonna talk about what we both rated this book after thinking about it, and some things that we hated and liked about this book. And so we're also going to talk about where we think it might be going for book 3. So I rated this book 4 stars because part 1 was kind of boring, I found, and it just wasn't really capturing me. I was really only interested in it because I was already invested in the characters. I did not care about the squad, I think, in book 1, but I think book 2, Rebecca was really trying to get us to care about people. And then when she killed Nadine off in the beginning, like, I had no emotion or reaction to that. Mom forgot who even died. So, then in part 2, like, it was getting interesting. It did capture my interest, but I think not enough that I would have been, like, addicted to my book if I wasn't making this video.
Yeah.
What did you rate this?
Well, you made me rate it a 4. When I finished it, I felt like it was a 3.5, 3.75, and so Mia said to round up to a 4. As time goes by, I feel like my score is dropping.
Yeah, to 3?
I listened to it as an audiobook. Yeah, I was busy and I didn't have time to sit down and read it, so I was listening to it while I was doing other things.
So one thing that I hated about this book was Violet. Just end of sentence. How she couldn't get over this whole, like, lying thing, keeping secrets, like, with Xaden. Also, something I don't like is the comparison between Xaden and Rhysand happening right now on the reels, on the talk, you know? They are not the same. No one will ever compare to Rhysand, and I just think that Xaden is simply more relevant right now. But, like, I just don't even want to get into that argument because it doesn't even come close, you know? Like, who is this man? But there were some great quotes. Yeah. I'd rather lose this whole war than lose you. Xaden Ryerson. Anything about Andarna? Any thoughts on the 3rd book?
Well, I'm sure they're gonna find some way to sort it all out. I don't know. I'm not pre-ordering the 3rd book. I'm not invested anymore. I don't really care. I will read it, but
I'm not excited.
No.
Oh, here's a question for you. Do you think that in the 3rd book Violet's gonna be a student still, or she's, like, gonna be, like, deployed?
Isn't the school gone? Or they started their own... Oh, is this a spoiler video?
It's a spoiler video.
Oh. No, I feel like she's not going to. I feel like they're gonna have other stuff going on.
There's 5 books.
Yeah, but I feel like when she wrote 4th Wing, it wasn't in the plans for this to be a 5-book series. I feel like 4th Wing was so popular that then they extended her book contract. And so this is what I didn't like about Iron Flames. It was like I felt like I was on a trip with no map. And that's what I feel like. Did she know where this was going when she was writing it? Like, does she know how it's gonna play out for the rest of the series? Because it didn't feel that way. It felt like really confused, and I just feel like, where are we going here? Like, do I care about these people? Like, it just, I don't know. That's how it felt to me.
That's a good way of explaining it. Yeah, I guess that's all. Do you have anything else to say?
Her other books are better. Her regular romance, military romance books, much better. Much better.
I have not read them, so I cannot speak of
Yeah,
it.
you should. In the likely event, gosh, I wish my memory worked. Yeah, the one that came out this summer. But every single one, because after I read Fourth Wing, then I started reading her regular like military romance and romance books.
Yeah.
They are so much better. Fantasy is very complicated, and
It
I
is.
don't know that she can keep all the pieces together.
And I feel like most authors, it's really hard to be a debut author in fantasy, so a lot of them come from romance. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with us and for sticking around for this whole reading vlog. I'm sure this is many weeks too late for anyone to be interested, but here it is, alas. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and hopefully I'll see you again in another vlog very soon. Bye!